Welcome to Dixie Travels, your passport to adventure. Join us as we explore breathtaking destinations across the globe. Get ready for adrenaline-pumping adventures and immersive cultural encounters. Don't forget to subscribe to Dixie Travels for weekly travel inspiration and tips. Are you tired of being suffocated by the rat race? Do you dream of living off the grid, making your own way and living more deliberately? Well, you're not alone. Many people, including the younger generations, are blazing their own trails and choosing to live off the grid. If this lifestyle has been on your mind, then you're in luck. Today, we'll be exploring the best states to live off the grid. But before we dive in, let me give you a heads up. The laws and regulations surrounding living off the grid, tiny homes, and other related aspects change frequently. The information I'm about to share is based on data from 2022, so it's always a good idea to stay updated on the latest regulations. With that said, let's begin. Coming in at number 12, we have Wyoming. With its vast open lands and a low population, Wyoming offers plenty of opportunities for living off the land. The state has numerous creeks for fishing and allows rainwater harvesting. The cost of land is relatively affordable. And although Wyoming may not provide many incentives or assistance for off-grid living, they also don't hinder your efforts. Next up at number 11 is Missouri. Living off the grid in Missouri means living off the land, growing your own food, and spending minimal time in town. The state offers a favorable climate for various crops. And local authorities provide generous incentives for solar panel setups. The cost of living in Missouri is about 15% lower than the national average, making it an attractive option for those seeking an off-grid lifestyle. At number 10, we have Montana. Known for its affordable farmland and ample renewable resources, Montana is a great choice for living off the grid. The state has lenient building codes and loose zoning regulations, making it easier to park a tiny home on your property. However, it's worth mentioning that stockpiling food is advisable due to the occasional difficulty of getting around during snowy winters. Surprisingly, at number 9, we find Illinois. This state ranks second for the highest projected growth of wind power, indicating a strong commitment to renewable energy. Illinois has plenty of open land, wind, and sunshine, making it ideal for generating your own electricity through solar and wind systems. While there may be some regulations to navigate, Illinois offers a supportive environment for off-grid living. Heading to number 8, we arrive at North Dakota. With its low population, generous rebates, and incentives for solar and wind systems, North Dakota facilitates off-grid living. The cost of living in land is lower than the national average, and the state's hunting and fishing opportunities add to its appeal. While harsh winters and a lack of major cities are factors to consider, North Dakota's open lands make it an attractive option. Number 7 brings us to Kansas. With its low population and affordable housing and land costs, Kansas is a state where many people successfully live off the grid. The state's rural areas have relaxed zoning regulations, allowing for greater freedom in pursuing an off-grid lifestyle. Kansas offers the opportunity to be self-sustaining through solar and wind power, as well as growing your own food. Moving on to number 6, we have Nebraska. Nebraska actively encourages off-grid living, offering a supportive environment for those looking to live independently. The state's cost of living is lower than the national average, and land and property taxes are also favorable. With fertile land, Nebraska provides opportunities for growing crops and generating power through renewable resources. At number 5, we find Oklahoma. Known for its low property taxes and cost of living, Oklahoma is an attractive state for off-grid living. The price of land is significantly lower than the national average, making it accessible to those looking to establish their off-grid homestead. Coming in at number 4 is the enchanting waters of Minnesota. Journey to the captivating state of Minnesota, hailed as the land of 10,000 lakes. But truth be told, they boast around 11, with numerous smaller bodies of water dotting the landscape. If we account for them, Minnesota becomes the realm of 20,000 lakes, a haven for avid fishermen. When it comes to living off the grid, Minnesota shines as one of the premier states. Embrace the freedom to fish and cultivate your own sustenance. The state exhibits a welcoming attitude with no regulations on harvesting rainwater and relaxed homeschooling laws. In contrast, Oregon strictly forbids rainwater harvesting. Many off-grid enthusiasts in Minnesota harness the power of hydroelectricity, thanks to the abundance of rivers and streams. Generating power from water is a breeze, with some companies even offering rebates. Keep in mind, though, that the price of land can be slightly higher, especially near urban areas. However, numerous blogs and videos confirm that Minnesota ranks among the most off-grid living-friendly states. Kentucky's rustic retreat at number 3. Prepare to be amazed as we journey to the hidden gem of Kentucky. Yes, you heard it right. People have been living off the grid in Kentucky for decades. In the remote backwoods, there are individuals who have never relied on the grid. Many are drawn to Kentucky's abundant water sources and thriving wildlife. Property taxes and costs are remarkably low, making it an affordable destination for off-grid living. However, one hurdle to overcome is contaminated groundwater, primarily due to local farms. Fear not, though, as Kentucky experiences all 4 seasons, with summer temperatures around 90 degrees Fahrenheit and winter settling at a cozy 23 degrees. While humidity exists, it pales in comparison to states like Mississippi or Alabama. Pollution, a consequence of coal mining and farming, poses a challenge. Nevertheless, land prices in Kentucky are remarkably economical, catering to budgets of all sizes. Kentucky earns its spot on this list primarily due to affordability. Texas's off-grid oasis holds our number 2 spot. Brace yourself for an off-grid adventure in the Lone Star State, Texas. It's no secret that Texas has emerged as a popular hotspot for off-grid living. Its low cost of living and affordable property prices are drawing countless individuals to its embrace. For better chances of successful cultivation, focus on the eastern side of the state. Western regions, such as Amarillo and Lubbock, pose challenges with their arid climate. However, the weather out west is drier and less humid, making it an appealing alternative. Texas offers a fertile ground for agricultural endeavors, with crops like corn, cotton, wheat, rice, peanuts, sunflowers, and sugarcane thriving. Rainwater harvesting is legally permitted, but those on the west side should be prepared to capture every precious drop, as rainfall can be scarce. On average, land prices in Texas are 16% lower than the national average, with groceries and utilities also boasting lower costs. Accessible healthcare further contributes to the allure of off-grid living in Texas. Iowa's agricultural paradise is our number 1 pick. Brace yourself for a surprise as we unveil Iowa, the unexpected champion of off-grid living. Bearing similarities to Nebraska and Kansas, Iowa sets itself apart with lower costs and a welcoming attitude toward off-grid lifestyles. For vegetarian enthusiasts seeking fruitful farming, Iowa proves to be an ideal destination. The cost of living is affordable, and land prices